The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when
Hello, this is Patty Hunter of Patty's Page. Today we are going to be doing an interview with Chauncey Lee Peltier, the son of Leonard Peltier, who is in prison, and he should not be. Leonard is innocent, and we are going to be talking with his son, Chauncey, and this is my co-host, Terry Doran. Thank you, Terry, for coming on to my show.
Thank you, Patty. This is an international crusade, really. There's people all over the world fighting for justice for Leonard Peltier. Why it's important beyond Leonard is that Native Americans have been treated horribly in our country from the beginning.
Right.
They continue to be. Leonard Peltier is a famous case, and were he to be freed, say, by Barack Obama, this would be a tremendous positive step for justice from our legal system, from everybody in America, to help right terrible wrongs throughout history.
So in a moment, we'll be talking with Chauncey Lee Peltier. We'll be back in a couple of seconds. Well, Chauncey Lee Peltier, hello, how are you?
I'm doing just fine, and thank you very much for letting me do this interview.
Yeah, I mean, we loved your father. We've been following his progress and what we're trying to help him here in Fort Wayne as well. We had several shows. Terry Doran, he had a show and he had interviewed your papa, Leonard.
Yeah, when he was in Leavenworth, he called in to my show. It was on live TV. It was one of my all-time favorite memorable shows, and as Patty said, we still not giving up, still trying to help Leonard, help you, what we can do. And I've also been to Pine Ridge. That's where you are right now, right?
Yes, I'm coming back from my cross-country event. I dropped off the last elder in Sioux Falls last Tuesday, and I went to Sundance and Rosebud, and I've come to Pine Ridge to go visit my brother who lives here in Pine Ridge.
Oh, you went on a ride last week or week before.
Yeah, I started on we had an event on the 12th of last month, and we took off on the 13th and showed up in D.C. on the 23rd. We did a cruiser through and did some drumming and passed out information on the White House.
You had a powwow?
Well, no, we had a drum there, and we just had a couple singers, and like I said, we just beat it on the drum, and that drum pulls people in. So a lot of people hear that drum, they see the banners that come up, masked governors that are educated.
Where were you born, my friend?
I was born in Portland, Oregon, Hillsboro, Oregon, back in 1965. Pretty much been there my whole life. That's where I live.
And how old were you when your dad was arrested?
I was like 8 years old, 9 years old.
Oh, wow. His name is Wind Chases the Sun. What is your given name?
I don't have a name, just
Chauncey.
Chauncey Lee Peltier.
Oh, that's a good name. That's a good
I'm
name.
happy with that name.
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the results of your trip? That was quite an undertaking. Did it accomplish what you hoped it would?
Yes, there was a lot of motorcycle clubs that called up and said they were going to support me in the ride. They were going to escort me through the states. And they were going to come and ride with me. And none of them showed up. None of them appeared.
Oh,
I had approximately 5 vehicles, 25 people with me. I was the only one riding, but when I got to D.C., there was a Native American motorcycle club that did show up and ride with me.
oh,
I expected a lot more of them to come and show up, but they had different projects than what I imagined. I did have an elder,
yeah.
mother, and a grandchild followed close behind me the whole way there and caught up with me, and everybody came and showed their support. So, yeah, there was people that came and drove, through their states. The closer I got east, the more people showed up and caravan with us.
So when you started out on this ride, where did you start?
Banks, Oregon is where we started out on the 13th of last month.
And how many states did you go through?
Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I never got yesterday. It's been a while since I looked at the itinerary, but we went right down to Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado. The next state was, I forget, then we shot right up to Illinois, Ohio, and then worked our way to D.C.
And when you got to D.C., did you make a speech?
Well, we all, yeah, I did some talking in front of the White House and got some people's attention. And like I said, we ended up just handing cards out and educating people.
And what was your mission really to?
Just to get out there. When I drove my truck and trailer, we have mirrors of some people put just some murals to get people's attention. There's one that's got a picture of Leonard behind some bars in black and white. There's a big dream catcher in front of him on the other side of the bars. And there's like a medicine man, an elder on the other side of the wheel, kind of like sitting under a medicine wheel to give him hope and to keep him strong and to let him know that we're all still out here supporting. And there's Leonard Peltier on there, the Peltier website. And the mission was really to educate people. A lot of people come to these vendor booths I do, a lot of these events I do, and a lot of people think that Clinton released Leonard. A lot of people don't realize still, each president, we have to start over with a new set of petitions.
Oh boy.
So if we didn't have to do that, Leonard would have 70, 80 million signed petitions in there because look at Russia alone. They sent over 14 million when Reagan was president. So, I mean, he has supporters all over the world. If those rolled over, we'd be delivering what Obama's asking for. So that's why I'm asking everybody to call and write that White House and support a clemency for Leonard. This is what Obama's been asked a couple different times about Leonard. this has been happening. We've been, that's why my mission was to educate people and get them to call.
Were you able to present anything to the White House, a petition or a letter or anything like that?
No, I didn't even try with the security
Yeah.
they got and stuff like that. I didn't even give it an attempt.
Well, you are on Facebook and there is a website.
Yes. Anything you need to know about the case, the trial, the FBI files, it's all on whoisleonardpeltier.info. And
Yeah.
That's just an encyclopedia of information about Leonard's history, Leonard's case, all the rights they violated on him for the past 41 years. There's also a website, peltierart.com, I'm the director of.
Oh, yeah?
I sell a lot of Leonard's art to be able to do this campaign of that. And I also have another website that I co-founded and the director of is peltierjustice.com. Which is like this motorcycle event. I raise the funds through there. I sell my own T-shirts through there. Like September 2nd, I'm going to be in Portland, Oregon at the courthouse Pioneer Square. And I'm going to have this trailer there with these murals. That's going to be our stage. We're going to have 3 big drums there. I'm going to have people walking around with petitions, some art for sale, and just educating people. You know, people don't realize there's still a lot of people out there without internet service.
Wow.
A lot of these people are supporters of Leonard. So, like I said, driving across the country, I come out of the stores, the gas station, people would be standing there taking pictures of the murals on the trailer. They'd be looking at, checking out the Leonard Peltier bike, this 2012 Harley Davidson Pathway, and I'd educate them. I mean, just, you wouldn't believe it. I'd be driving down the road, people would be looking at the murals, you'd see them pick up their phone and start Googling, you know. So that's basically what my goal was. To get the word out there, spread the word, and ask everybody to call and write that White House in support of clemency for Leonard.
Have you seen your dad lately?
It's been about 4 to 5 months. I've just been so busy out campaigning, doing stuff, and I had a chance to get over there.
How is he?
I have a few events coming up, and I'll probably be in Florida here within the next couple of months.
How is his health?
His health is not getting any better.
Oh.
He's had a stroke years ago. He's diabetic. He got diagnosed with an aneurysm.
Aneurysm.
It's the size of a AA battery.
Oh, wow.
Recently it grew a little bit. They're keeping an eye on it. We have cleared to go to the Mayo Clinic, but they're in no hurry to get him to the Mayo Clinic to get this taken care of. People die of aneurysms every day, and this could be very serious, you know.
We're praying for your
If it
papa.
starts bleeding or blows up, Leonard be gone in seconds.
Oh,
No one
man.
even realizes, and you know, we all know about, most of us know about aneurysms.
How did you guys, when you were growing up, when your papa was taken from you, how did you manage to survive?
Well, me, I've been working since I was 14,
Yeah.
off and on the street, and luckily I got a pretty good job when I was 19. Stuck my job out. Retired out of the Labor's Union, Local 296. And
Yeah.
that's the reason I get to do a bunch of this stuff, because I put my time in there. I got my pension. You know, otherwise, I'd still be working, just like a lot of my family members. They got to work to support their family and raise their kids. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's been a struggle. There's been benefits to it, and there's been downfalls, a lot more downfalls. People discriminating, you know, talking like DAs or police officers. There's been a lot of people supportive, judges and attorneys. So, I mean, it's gone both ways, and I've heard the same stories from my brothers and sisters.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married. I have a girlfriend and stuff, though.
That's good.
Which just makes it rough on a relationship. I've been home in over a month, and it don't sound like I'm going to be home for probably another 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow.
So,
On the road again. Anyways. I have, after we depart on this phone here, I'm going to put on a YouTube of me saying, hold on, the poem that I had sent you about your dad. Remember that poem?
yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah,
put...
you know, I just literally got it back in the cell phone service here about an hour ago, and I had a chance to check that, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good poem. Well, I wrote it.
When I get to my room tonight, Rapid City, I'll probably be there on the computer for a couple hours.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What do you have?
Can you, for people, you've talked about educating people and people not having access to the internet. Could you briefly summarize what happened to your father, that he's ended up with a life sentence in prison, and this is what this conversation is about, trying to get him freed, unjustly imprisoned, arrested? What happened to Leonard?
Well, what happened to Leonard was back in the 70s, 75, 76, Pine Ridge, Rosebud Reservation, there was a lot of murdering going on of Native American people. And in that era, the death rate was higher than Chicago, LA, New York and stuff. Those three combined, the murder rate was highest here on this little reservation than it was in those three major cities. And it was known to be the Goon Squad, which was Wilson and the Goon Squad. They were trying to get signed over to Black Hills to the corporation, which was suspected to be financed by the feds. So what they were doing is they were suspected of a lot of these murders. And there was never no arrest, never no convictions on any of these. So they went on uninvestigated for years. And so the elders, what these guys were doing, is they were running around kicking the doors in on Grandma and Grandpa and trying to get them to sign the mineral rights and the lands away. And so they had asked AIM, the American Indian movement, just like the Black Panthers and the Brown Berets and stuff, for help and protection. So when they went there, they were there mowing the lawns, fixing windows and stuff, roofs and stuff for the elders. And one day there was two unmarked vehicles chasing a pickup on the Pine Ridge Reservation, and a firefighter occurred. Well, in the 90s, you had Democratic and Republicans, the Supreme Court judge and the Attorney General. They both basically said that both sides were at fault, and that's why these other guys, Butler and Bobby Roberty, were acquitted because the reign of terror that was going on in that area. And they pleaded self-defense and they got acquitted. Well, by this time, the FBI was so frustrated and bound and determined to make somebody pay for this. The last one on the list was Leonard Peltier that they haven't caught yet. He was on his way back from Canada to turn himself in.
Right.
And it's known if he would have been tried with Dino and Bobby, he would have got acquitted just like they did. Well, when they extradited him back from Canada, they basically falsified the ballistics and tampered with the witnesses, and basically only gave Leonard's legal team $18,000, where the DA and the feds have millions and millions of dollars to frame Leonard on corroborated evidence, falsified evidence that they submitted in court, where Leonard's legal team was only limited on the time they got to submit his defense. So Leonard has been wrongfully incarcerated for 40 years now, 41 years now. And us taxpayers have been wrongfully paying to keep this man wrongfully incarcerated for 41 years.
He was in his 30s when this happened?
What's that?
Was he in his 30s when this had happened to him?
This happened, he got tried, convicted of this in 76, 76, 77.
How old is he now?
And he's 71 years old. He lives in a maximum security prison, and it's a gang prison.
Oh.
You know, anytime those guys in there get in a fight, they lock the whole prison down. And Leonard's diabetic. You know, they feed him through the door. He can't pick and choose a lot of his food for his diabetes. And this ain't good for his diabetes.
No, it's not.
So, you know, that might be a way they figure it's a way for this all to go away, you know. But that ain't the justice system that we all honor and abide by. Otherwise, we'd be sitting in there with Leonard. So these are their own set of rules. And I know it's tough and an impossible mission, but I'm asking them to abide by their own set of rules. This man has been wrongfully incarcerated for 31 years.
I guess they wanted to save face.
What's that?
They wanted to save face and not let him go, admitting that they made a mistake.
Yes, they did. Good. And Obama's already made history, you know, by a lot of the stuff he's did. But Obama could really, really make history and make it right for the Native American people.
That's
He
true.
could make this right with the Native American people by freeing Leonard and do the same thing that Abraham Lincoln did for his people, he could do for Native American people. And I think as a president of the United States, he's already made history, but he could really do what's right. He was a law professor, his wife is an attorney, they have political backgrounds. He's been claiming he's going to help the Native American people. And this is what a lot of the chiefs are asking, for freedom for Leonard Peltier. And he can make it right by being the first president to make it right for the Native American people. You know, they're still taking land away from the Native American people every day. They're still breaking treaties, you know. These are contracts that they had with the Native American people, these treaties. You know, that's like you financing your house and you're doing making your payments and everything, and they decide, well, we're just going to go over there and repossess Patty's house anyways because we found some gold under there.
Oh.
You know, and that's what they've been doing to Native American people. They're weakening our bloodline by calling our bloodlines for us. Well, that's one way of getting rid of the Native American people.
That's not right.
You know, and like I say, why do Native American people have to start over and give up their land? You know, corporations all the time buy land back, buy land to log or mine or whatever. I don't see no problem with Native Americans. You know, we got casinos, and I've heard a few people have attitudes about, like down in Oregon, the Grand Ronde tribe, they have a casino down there. And they've been buying up big land lots, acreage around there for the Grand Ronde area tribe there. And I think that's, you know, that's the same opportunity everybody in the country has, and I don't see no problem with it. I had a real estate woman, I was looking at some property down there, and she had an attitude about it.
Oh boy.
And, you know, we're the true indigenous people of this country. A lot of us don't even like to be called Native Americans because they're the ones that call us America. This
No.
is Native indigenous people's land from the get-go, you know. So that's the way I look at it and see it, you know. And so that's all I've been doing is asking everybody and anybody to call that White House and support Leonard. And if you ever was a supporter of Leonard, he needs your help now more than ever.
We will put that.
Chance for freedom.
Yeah, we will
He's
definitely.
not going to last for another president.
Uh-oh.
He's been in there 41 years. But when you're in solitary, when you're confined like that, you're in a maximum security prison. He's did 40 years, but in reality, and the scientists say, it's actually like he did 60. So if he has to wait another 8 years for another president to
He won't
hopefully
make it.
release him, it's actually like you did another 12 years.
Mm-mm.
You know? And a lot of people don't know this, you know? And so that's why I'm asking everybody and anybody, if you ever was a supporter, Leonard needs your help now more than ever. And we need to flood and write and call that White House and support a clemency for Leonard.
We will put up that information after when we edit. And Chauncey, thank you so much for allowing us to interview you. The half an hour is up. We love you. Can we interview you again?
You sure could.
Okay, doll. We have a lot more to talk about. Terry?
Yeah, it's
Thank you, and I want to thank everybody for supporting Leonard. If it wasn't for you supporters out there, I couldn't be doing the work that I do, because a lot of this is the supporters that want to help Leonard, help me help Leonard. And Leonard always tells me to thank the supporters. And from my heart, I thank you guys also, because if it wasn't for you supporters, supporting Leonard, help keeping him strong, and keeping him fighting for freedom, we might not be here talking about Leonard, because they wanted him to go away a long time ago.
May the Creator be with your family always.
Thank you guys, and you guys have a good evening.
yeah, it was a great pleasure to meet you over the phone, Chauncey, and we
love you.
support you 100%.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hold on. This is for Leonard Peltier. Many moons ago, something had happened. What had transpired during those dreadful hours? The days that led up to horrible slaughters. Whose fault was it? People had asked why. In the end, Leonard was a Peltier for this ultimate lie. When will they let Peltier go? His hands are as clean as snow. Why are they holding him so? Will we ever know? Oh, Leonard Peltier, we're with you, son. Hold on. Ever since the settlers came forth in wagons, there was trouble with both races since day one. When the dust had settled, many lives were lost. And the precious lands the natives once held were no longer theirs to be hunting grounds. When will they let Leonard Peltier go? His hands are as clean as snow. Why are they holding him so? Will we ever know? Oh, Leonard Peltier, we're with you, son. Hold on.
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. God will keep us close from up above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my love. God is with us all.